Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy John Wong here, back again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about the top 10 most underrated sneakers of 2022. Before I start off this video, I just wanted to put it out there that if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. You know, I really want this channel to grow, but I can't do it without the help of you guys. So if you guys don't know me, my name is John. I make content with sneakers, clothing, menswear, and streetwear. So going back to today's video, today I'm breaking down 10 sneakers that were absolutely slept on in 2022. You know, honestly, this is all in my opinion, but I feel like in the year 2022, we really didn't have that many great sneaker releases. You know, I really feel like the sneaker market has just been oversaturated by Dunks, Jordan 1s, and Yeezys. So basically, I feel like all the releases were pretty much the same, and there was just nothing new. Nevertheless, I know there's a good amount of sneakers out there that have just been slept on. You know, either the popular majority just hated on them or they've just been sitting on shelves. But I'm gonna tell you guys that these 10 sneakers that I have on this list are pretty fire in my opinion. So enough talking out of the way. If this sounds interesting to you, let's hop into it. Alright, coming in number 1, a sneaker that I believe is underrated is one that I just think that everyone hates on for absolutely no reason, and that is the Jordan 1 Heritage Reds. Now this is a little bit of a bias for me since red is my favorite color, but I absolutely like these shoes. I know a lot of people don't really like them just because there's too much white on the sneaker, and not a lot of people are a big fan of that Jordan 1 color scheme. I've also heard from the general majority that, you know, quality control on this pair is not the best. However, I don't believe that this shoe is a shoe that is supposed to be sitting on shelves. You know, months on end, I feel like these shoes have just been sitting in stores forever now, but I really think that this shoe is not that bad. To be honest, this isn't really a shoe that I would buy at first glance, but if I saw it on sale, you know, if it sat on shelves long enough, I would definitely cop it in a heartbeat. So coming in at number 1, we do have the Jordan 1 in the Heritage Red colorway. Alright, moving on to number 2, we have a sneaker that I thought would do a lot better on the market, and that is the Nike Sakai Cortezes. You know, when it comes to the Nike Sakai collaboration, I really like the concept. I think it's an amazing and genius idea. You know, pretty much all of us have seen what they've done with the Nike Sakai LD waffles. So yeah, when these were released to the public, I saw a lot of people just hating on them. They were saying like, this is not it. This is not a nice sneaker. You know, correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is one of the first times the Nike Cortez has gone through a collaboration or even any slight modifications of the shoe itself. I honestly believe that it was a really smart idea for Nike and Sakai to take the Cortez and to make it into something different. I haven't really done much research with the shoe, so I don't really know how it fits. But yeah, if I could get my hands on a pair of these, I honestly would, because they're really affordable. So coming in number 2, we do have the Nike Sakai Cortezes, and I believe it's slept on. Coming in number 3 on this list, we do have the Jordan 3s in the Cardinal Red colorway. So I believe this shoe was really popular when it first released. You know, it has a really nice shade of red, and honestly, again, I love red. So this is a shoe I would definitely consider copying in the future. But enough about myself. I still think the shoe is just really clean. You know, that shade of red is just really bright and flamboyant. But overall, I think what ultimately happened was that another shoe released, you know, the Jordan 3s in the fire red colorway that were in the exact same color scheme. And this shoe is an OG pair. You know, it's one of the first Jordan 3s to ever release. So everyone started gravitating towards the fire reds and kind of left the Cardinal 3s in the dust. And don't get me wrong, I think the fire red 3s are an extremely nice sneaker as well. But honestly, if you kind of just take those two shoes and you look at them side by side comparison, I honestly really like the shade of red on the Cardinal 3s a whole lot better. It's just a little bit darker. It's a little more flamboyant. I'm gonna have to go with the Cardinal 3s here. But honestly, I kind of wish that if Jordan Brand knew they were gonna drop the fire red, to not even bother with the Cardinal 3s. Why would you release, you know, two extremely similar shoes in the same year? So I honestly feel really sorry for the Cardinal 3s because it's a really nice sneaker, and yeah, like again, I would cop in a heartbeat. Alright, coming in number 4, we do have the Union Dunks in the pistachio colorway. Now this year, Union released their take on the Nike Dunk Lows, and a lot of people just didn't like them. I think people just weren't feeling the colorways, and also that little plastic wrap around the shoe. But again, looking at the pistachio colorway, I feel like this shoe is honestly really nice. You know, the colorways, they go together, and this shoe is just not too crazy. Now I know I say I would cop a lot of shoes if I was given the chance, but this was a sneaker of 2022 that I was actually considered buying. The only reason why I didn't end up copying copping was because I felt like the colors were too neutral, and I already have a lot of neutral sneakers in my collection. But pretty much I feel like the Union Dunks, especially in the pistachio colorway, should be going for a lot more than they are on the market. Alright, the next shoe we got on this list are the Jordan 1 Lows in the Mystic Navy colorway. Now, out of all the shoes on this list, this is a shoe that I would say is not necessarily underrated, but it is slept on. You know, the Jordan 1 Lows are not necessarily a popular shoe that resells for a lot nowadays. I feel like this color scheme and this shade of blue is very similar to the Royals. So, you know, if you're not able to cop the Jordan 1 Royals, this is a great alternative. You know, this blue is still really, really nice. If anything, I honestly like this blue a little better than the Royals. And we also got to talk about that new cut of the Jordan 1 Lows, which is so much better than what they had originally. I just love how, you know, the heel cut is a lot lower and it just looks like a better shoe. I don't believe the Mystic Navies are still sitting on the market, but I do believe that their prices are pretty low on StockX, and I feel like that should be a reason why people should cop the shoe. So enough about that. Here we have it at number 5. The Jordan 1 Lows in the Mystic Navy colorway. Moving on to number 6 on this list, we do have the Union Jordan 2s in the rattan colorway. Now, Jordan 2s were never really popular on the market, but I do believe that Jordan brand is making a comeback for them. But yeah, here we have a sneaker that collaborated with Union that has a really clean colorway, a shoe that pretty much would go with anything you would pair it with, and not enough people are buying them. I honestly think it makes for a great aesthetic for certain outfits, but honestly, I still think that their concepts are pretty fire, that their colorways are not bad, and I think the shoes should be reselling for a lot more than they are going for now. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't believe that this should be an affordable sneaker on the market right now. The next shoe we have on this list are the Nike Dunk Lows in the Ocean colorway. Now, I know this year Nike has just released so many dunks, all in the same colorways, some colorways even uglier than others. So I know this year Nike has just overloaded their releases in dunks. You know, there's so many of the same colorways and their quality just sucks. I honestly think that it's not worth buying any dunks at this point just because their value has depreciated immensely. However, when I was doing my research and I saw this sneaker, this wasn't even a colorway that I knew even dropped. If you take a close look at this shoe, you can actually see that this shoe was designed to look like the ocean. You know, taking a look at the soles, you can see their icy bottoms, and then throughout the upper, you can see little waves running through. I believe that the waves do have a texture on the shoe, so you know, if you run your finger across, you can feel it. And overall, my favorite part about the shoe is that it doesn't have a basic colorway like your average red, blue, or purple, but rather this shoe is just unique. You know, I don't think that there's any other dunk that looks like this. I don't know why nobody has this shoe. I might have to get my hands on these, I'm not gonna lie. Coming in number 8, we do have a sneaker that has dropped very recently, and that is the Jordan 1s in the taxi yellow colorway. So if you're just like me and you're into Jordan 1s, you'd probably know that Jordan rarely releases a colorway that's yellow. And when you probably think of another yellow Jordan 1, you probably think of the not for resale pairs that just resell for $1,000 and above. So for the fact that they finally released a GR Jordan 1 in a yellow colorway that's just extremely clean is a great alternative to the not for resale pairs. This pair in the market right now is not going for a lot. I feel like it's actually going under retail, which I believe is not fair for this shoe at all. And again, I honestly would buy the shoe, but I already have the Lightning 4s, which I really don't need another yellow shoe, but this would also be an alternative to that if you're looking for another yellow sneaker. So coming in number 8, we do have the Jordan 1s in the yellow taxi colorway. Alright, coming in number 9 is a sneaker that I actually own. You know, this released in 2022 and it's just been sitting on the Nike website forever now, and that is the Nike Fly-Ease Go in the light army colorway. Now, if you've watched my other videos, I've definitely talked about this shoe. This shoe is so beautiful just because this is the future for sneakers. If you guys don't know about this shoe, basically this is a shoe that was designed for disabled individuals who may not be able to put on their own shoes. So basically, to put on this shoe, all you would have to do is step on the heel and just prop it up, and the shoe would open up. You would slip your foot in and then press down, and then boom, your shoe is good to go. I actually did buy these before they released on the Nike website, so I did overpay for them. I should have waited a little bit, but I was just so excited to finally own a pair. So this shoe is so beautiful, and for the fact that, you know, not everybody and their grandmothers are wearing this is just puzzling to me. I feel like this is the future for shoes. This is a shoe that you don't need to tie. You don't need to squeeze your foot into it because this is innovation here. I honestly would expect this shoe to sell out on Nike just because it should be a really popular sneaker. But with all that being said, I feel like if this shoe is pretty slept on right now, I'm gonna encourage you guys to check it out on the Nike website. These shoes are going for about $130 online. So they're not too bad, you know, but they are worth it, trust me. Coming in at number 8, we do have the Nike Flyease Go in the light army colorway. And the last and final shoe we got on this list are the Yeezy Doves that released earlier this year during Yeezy Day. Now, before you guys ask yourselves, how is that an underrated shoe? Or you say, you know, that shoe's so hype, I want you to hear me out first. Now, before Yeezy Day, the Turtle Doves were going for an average of $1,200 on the market. But after they restocked in limited quantities, their prices depreciated to only $500. But most people were not lucky when it came to this shoe. So now for the fact that we see how little the shoe is going for on the market, just shows us how much hype the shoe has lost over time. You know, even if the shoe has restocked and more people got their pairs, I would honestly expect the shoe to still be going for about $700 to $800. And while I see a lot of people reselling their pairs, I honestly do not see anyone wearing them on the streets when I'm out in the city. You know, that honestly really breaks my heart because the Turtle Doves are one of my favorite shoes of all time, but I have a pair already, so I can't complain. So I honestly feel like the Turtle Doves are not necessarily underrated, but more slept on for the fact that I don't see anybody wearing them nowadays. So here we have it, coming in number 10, we do have the Turtle Doves, my favorite Yeezy to ever have released. Alright guys, there we have it. Those are the top 10 most underrated sneakers of 2022. Again, this list was all in my opinion, but I hope you guys either agree with me or heard me out. Later this year, I'm hoping to do a video on the top 10 best sneakers of 2022, so please stay tuned for that. Honestly guys, this video did take a long time to film, so if you did like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button, guys. These are the top 10 most underrated sneakers of 2022. My camera's dying, so I gotta go, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.